Once upon a time, the great Judas Priest sang a song called Call for the Priest off of the great Sin After Sin album. But today on the channel, we're unboxing Mattel 2023 Royal Rumble Elite Wave Damien Priest.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Elite unboxing and review. And today our Judgment Day is here with the Royal Rumble Elite Damien Priest. But remember, for all your WWE, Mattel, and AEW Jazzwares wrestling figure needs, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's take a look at Judgment Day's Damien Priest. And Damien Priest is an interesting one. I got some crow to eat, that is for sure. And we talked about it when we unboxed his previous figure from Elite 89. If you guys remember that one, amazing figure. I believe it was on my top 10 list of last year figures. I never thought Punishment Martinez during the time would have much of a stay in the WWE. I just didn't, for whatever reason, didn't resonate. The character, the performer, whatever you want to call it, didn't resonate with me in Ring of Honor. But like I said, I got to eat some crow here because he's really took it up to the old next level over the WWE and is in a major program there. So good for him, making the most out of his career, proving his doubters wrong. That's what I would say there. So good on Damien Priest getting that done. But let's look at the packaging here. We got old Damien all in white, like the white knight he is right here. So we have an all purple edition. Now we get an all white edition on Damien Priest. Got a little glamour shot there. Got his name, WWE logo, Elite logo. Of course, Royal Rumble over on the side. True Effects, Certified Authentic, Mattel Elite, got his name. And there's a perfect picture, a little glamour shot of old Damien Priest looking good right there. That little smirk that we do get in his figure, which is really cool. And the back of the package, of course, we got the big cross sell down here. We got Brie Bella, we got Damien Priest, we got Vader. Oh, it's Vader time. And we've got Rey Mysterio, and then, of course, Build-A-Figure Doc Hendricks. We'll unbox all these guys on the channel. You guys know how we do it. Make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss a video. And then at the very end, we're going to rank the entire wave, and we're going to build old Doc Hendricks. I'm pretty excited about that one, so stay tuned for that for sure. Got the glamour shot, tail of the tape, the blurb. It's all back there. Let's see what it says about old Damien Priest. From New York, New York. Getting cool there. Fall is here, folks. 6'5", 249 pounds. Finisher, Reckoning. Career highlights, United States Champion, NXT North American Champion. In 2021, the Archer of Infamy dominated the Royal Rumble match for 15 minutes, chalking up an impressive 4 eliminations in the process. So good for him. Good for him. So looking good. Let's get him out of the package and see what all the fuss is about here. We get a little bit of a fiery background. Always cool to get these. See you later. These backgrounds, and there's the Royal Rumble background here. I like it. You know, some people do keep these for a little diorama type stuff, but not me. See you later. Off to the races. How about a little plastic prison? Everybody loves a plastic prison. But there it is. We get extra hands with Damien Priest, and that is all she wrote right there. We do get Doc Hendricks' arms. Pop those bad boys out. And pop old Damien Priest out. Off to the races. No twist ties, no buckling in. I like to see that. Ooh, these hands are tough to get out, though. Tough to get those hands out, but I did it. I did it. I'm a professional. Off to the races. See you later. Goodbye. We'll put Damien over here. Got the very, very cool arms here for Doc Hendricks. Like I said, we will be building him at the end of the week, so stay tuned for that. Can't wait to see what old Doc Hendricks is up to right here at this very table. We'll talk about him later. We do get the 2 hands for Damien Priest. It is 2 gripping hands, so he does have 2 open hands, 2 gripping hands. No fisted hands for Damien Priest. What are we doing, Mattel? He needs 1 fist. Just 1 fist. That's all I ask. But we're not going to have that here today. So anyways, it is what it is. Now we get down to old Damien Priest in figure form. And I don't know what it is, but man, they just murder it on these Damien Priest figures. He always looks really, really good. You know, he's got the all-white gear, which is really rare. You got to be a really tanned, really jacked dude to wear all white. We know that. Rick Martel, Tito Santana back in the day, always getting after that into the Strike Force days. But he does look really good. Of course, this is his Royal Rumble attire from the Royal Rumble match. Makes sense, doesn't it? But let's start this one off, and let's start with Articulation. Why not? We'll start with the Articulation real quick. We know it by now. Arms go all the way around, of course. You do get the bicep cut back and forth. Double jointed, pinless elbows, here for that all day long. And then you do get the arms that are removable, or I should say hands that are removable, side to side, of course, like that. You do get the head removable, head side to side, a little bit limited by his long hair, but not just terrible. He gets a lot of down look and a little bit of up. Not terrible, but not the worst either. We've seen he does have an ab crunch, a little bit limited by his vest, of course. And then you do get the waist cut, a very nice tight waist on him. You do get the big old splits, the old big Damien Priest splits there. You do get the thigh cut right there, and you get the double jointed knees, pinless knees, not for Damien Priest, but we do get double jointed knees. You do get a boot cut, and you do get ankles back and forth, side to side. Always the weak part of articulation in current day Mattel Elite figures is the ankles. Breaking this down a little bit, of course, you do get his tattoos. You get the same tattoos we got on his last figure, as that makes sense. We should have. You get the underarm bicep tattoos, the arm tattoos. You get the silver gauntlets, or I guess silver painted on tape there. It's silver and white, I should say. Now, we do got a little CM Punkage here. Of course, AEW Jazzwares lately have had some CM Punk figures. We've seen those. We've unboxed them on the channel. Check the videos out. But, of course, he tapes up his hands, tapes up his forearms. Damien Priest does the same. And, unfortunately, we got a little tattoo bleed over, just like Jazzwares does. So, a little of that. Your results may vary. That could just be mine. But I do see a little of that going on. Of course, we do get the head sculpt here. I believe this is identical to the previous head sculpt, which I'm okay with. It's not like they've used this and beaten it into the ground like Rey Mysterio. Rey's head sculpts have been beaten into the ground, but Damien not quite there yet, and this is a fabulous head sculpt. You pop this head off, you know all day long who this is. It looks just like Damien Priest. One of the better head sculpts, I would say, Mattel does. He does have a necklace underneath. Of course, that is removable with the head if you need to take that off for whatever reason. He does got this cool vest, which I believe first time in the line vest here. It is Polly Pocket style. It does plug in on the front. At first, I thought it wasn't removable, but it is. Polly Pocket there. You got some nice chains on the side, chains in the front. Looking really, really good. And then, of course, his white gear, which is always really clean, white gear is, as I talked about. And then you got the silver accents throughout. So, very, very cool looking figure here. I have no issues with this Damien Priest. This could be a bit of a sleeper, and this could be, actually, Brie Bella will probably be the slow one of the set, but I think Damien might be right behind him. You know, Rey Mysterio, for whatever reason, I know the reason. Kids love masks. People love masks. People love Rey Mysterio. He's going to fly off the shelf, and for the same reasons, guys love the big figures. They love the masks. They love old Vader. He's going to fly, and I got to think he'll be maybe the third most popular out of the set as far as retail pegs go. That's just what I would imagine, but really, really good Damien Priest. Outside of that first basic, we haven't had a bad Damien Priest figure, if you ask me. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? He's got to, right? He's a Mattel figure. Why would he not? But use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on your stands over at Ringside Collectibles. And look at that, he fits like a glove. I got to figure out what hands to use on him. And of course, I will grab the Elite Series 89. If you don't own this, you've got to get this in your collection. An absolutely fabulous Damien Priest. Really, really nice figure. This one did come with fist. So I guess I could pop these back and forth if I really needed to. But a very, very good one. Of course, like I said, it is the exact same head sculpt on these. He's got a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow going on this new one. Doesn't on the other one, so there's a little bit of differences there. But the tattoos, everything else, actually a lot of this stuff is the same. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but definitely the waist on this, the belt and everything is the same, just colored differently. So you do get some similarities here between these two, but not bad. You got to look really deep into the details to see some of the reuse with this, and that's the way you get the most out of your molds. You do a really good job if you are Mattel. I don't have any real complaints about this Damien Priest. I guess the biggest complaint is I'm not the biggest fan ever, but like I said, he's won me over in the WWE, so I'm okay with him. It's just he's not my favorite superstar going right now, I guess. And maybe he is yours. If he is your favorite, let me know in the comments down below. But I say this is a good figure. At the end of the day, a very, very solid version of Damien Priest. You can't go wrong with this one, and you can't go wrong with this one either. But what say you guys out there in YouTube land? You all in? You all out? You thinking about it? What are your thoughts on Damien Priest? Were you like me that didn't think much of him and then have been a little surprised how he is taken to the WWE? I guess let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on Damien Priest's figure and the character on TV. And then, of course, don't forget to like this video. Give it the old thumbs up. It always helps the channel, as most of you guys do know. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. You don't want to miss a video, especially this Royal Rumble set. You need to see what Doc Hendricks is up to for sure, so make sure you hit the notification bell. Don't forget about the Patreon, link in the description below. Best way to support the channel, you get early access to videos, bonus content, exclusive content, Q&A, giveaways, a lot going on over on the Patreon, and best of all, you do support the channel. You can also support the channel over at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget to follow me on social media, SirPaul64 is where you'll find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Damien Priest and Judgment Days everywhere, I am Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.